Lesson 44. God is the light in which I see. Welcome to the Qigong support for A Course in Miracle students. I am Judith and this is part of the Lucid Mind Center. How it works is this. First, we're going to read the Course in Miracle lesson together. Then I'm going to give you some contemplation and how this lesson is particularly connected to Qigong. Then we're going to apply the lesson, and all this I'm going to incorporate into a Qigong class. Each one of those sections I've just been talking about, I have put into chapters which you can choose below. The contemplation is important is because I'm connecting it with the Qigong. So the Qigong class will make more sense to you of how the Course in Miracle and Qigong are working together. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And at the end, I would really like to know how this has gone for you, where you're from, and also what your thoughts and suggestions are. Let's begin. Lesson 44. God is the light in which I see. Today, we are continuing with the idea for yesterday, adding another dimension to it. You cannot see in darkness, and you cannot make light. You can make darkness and then think you see in it. But light reflects life and is therefore an aspect of creation. Creation and darkness cannot coexist, but light and life must go together, being but different aspects of creation. In order to see, one must recognize that light is within, not without. You do not see outside yourself, nor is the equipment for seeing outside of you. An essential part of this equipment is the light that makes seeing possible. It is with you always, making vision possible in every circumstance. Today we are going to attempt to reach that light. For that purpose, we will use a form of practice which has been suggested once before and which we will utilize increasingly. It is a particularly difficult form for the undisciplined mind because it represents a major goal of mind training. It embodies precisely what the untrained mind lacks, yet the training must be accomplished if you are to see. Have at least 3 practice periods today, each lasting 3 to 5 minutes. A longer time is highly recommended, but only if you find the time merrily slipping by with little or no sense of strain. The form of exercise we will use today is the most natural and easy one in the world for the trained mind, just as it seems to be the most unnatural and difficult for the untrained mind. Your mind is no longer wholly untrained. You are quite ready to learn the form of exercise we will use today, but you may find that you will encounter strong resistance. The reason is very simple. While you practice in this form, you leave behind everything that you now believe and all the thoughts which you have made up. Properly speaking, this is the release from hell, but perceived through the ego's eyes, it is the loss of identity and a descent into hell. If you can stand aside from the ego ever so little, you will have no difficulty in recognizing that its opposition and fears are meaningless. You might find it helpful to remind yourself from time to time that to reach light is to escape from darkness, whatever you may believe to the contrary. God is the light in which you see. You are attempting to reach Him. Begin the practice period by repeating today's idea with your eyes open and close them slowly, repeating the idea several times more. Then try to sink into your mind, letting go of every kind of interference and intrusion by quietly sinking past them. Your mind cannot be stopped in this unless you choose to stop it. It is merrily taking its natural course. Try to observe your passing thoughts without involvement and slip quietly by them. While no particular form of approach is advocated, what is needful is a sense of the importance of what you are doing. Its inestimable value to you and an awareness that you are attempting something very holy. Salvation is your happiest accomplishment. It is also the only one that has any meaning because it's the only one that has any use to you at all. If resistance rises in any form, pause long enough to repeat today's idea, keeping your eyes closed unless you are aware of fear. In that case, you will probably find it more reassuring to open your eyes briefly. Try, however, to return to the exercise as soon as possible. If you're doing the exercises correctly, you should experience some sense of relaxation and even a feeling that you are approaching, if not actually entering, but approaching into light. Try to think of light formless and without limits as you pass by the thoughts of this world. And do not forget that they cannot hold you to the world unless you give them the power to do so. Throughout the day, repeat the idea often with eyes open or closed as seems better to you at the time. Do not forget, above all, be determined not to forget today. This lesson 44, an amazing lesson. God is the light in which I see. This is basically instructions for a deep meditation. So in order to see, you must recognize that the light is within, not without. To see the real world, you have to reach it by introspection, by sinking into yourself. It is particularly difficult form for the undisciplined mind because it represents a major goal of training. It embodies precisely what the untrained mind lacks, yet the training must be accomplished if you are to see. So the trained mind is that you directing your mind where you want it to be and what kind of thoughts you are allowing it to have. And when we're doing Qigong, and because we are standing, our mind is engaged all the time because we constantly have to think about our positioning of the body, we have to think about our breath, and we have to think about the movement we are about to make. And because we are so occupied, our mind cannot start thinking crazy thoughts. We are guiding it as well, what we want it to think and how we want it to think. And the mind follows. Your mind is no longer wholly untrained. You are quite ready to learn the form of exercise we will use today, but you may find that you will encounter strong resistance. While you practice in this form, you leave behind everything that you now believe and all the thoughts which you have made up. Begin the practice period by repeating today's idea with your eyes open, and then close them slowly, repeating the idea several times more. And then listen to this. Then try to sink into your mind, letting go every kind of interference and intrusion by quietly sinking past them. I've been teaching you this all the time. Sink your breath into the belly, sink it into the roots of the earth. Become aware of your body in this space. Become aware of the space. So you're sinking your mind basically from the head, from this crazy ego domain, if you will. You're sinking it back into the body. You're allowing the wisdom which is stored in other places in the body to return to your awareness. You have got the gut instinct, you have got the love, you have got the kindness, and this is what the Chinese are suggesting, that the kindness is in the liver, that the internal peace is in the kidneys, that the trust is in the spleen, that love is in the heart, the courage in the lungs, and harmony basically in the central channel and the three dantians. And so there is wisdom stored in the body away from the brain. So we're focusing on the negative aspects, basically, of our virtues. So instead of focusing on kindness, we are angry. We don't want to give it. We are not generous. No, it's all mine. It belongs all to me. Or instead of feeling peace, we are busy with fear. Oh, this is not going to work. Oh, I don't believe in myself. Oh, everybody is out against me. This is in disturbing your peace. Or the trust. If you're feeling worried, or if you are untrusting, you cannot feel the peace of trust. You cannot feel the trust you need to have really into nature, and the trust into the creator or the source or God, whichever word you like to use. If you are feeling extreme sadness, you are not able to express your courage and do what needs to be done to stop maybe something or somebody. You see what I mean? So then try to sink into your mind, letting go every kind of interference and intrusion by quietly sinking past them. And you will notice that from now on, from today's lesson on, the sinking is going to have a complete different importance for you, because the sinking into your mind and into peace and into the wisdom of those virtues which are in your body, you're going to find that God is the light in which you see. And then it also says here, try to observe your passing thoughts without involvement and slip quietly by them. So this is also what we're doing. We're observing our body, we're observing our breath, and we're observing our thoughts, and we just let them pass by. This is not who we are. These are just thoughts which are coming through our mind, and it's like a dirty river. It's like a river in an industrial zone. We have created so much rubbish and so much debris. So our river, instead of being crystalline and blue, it is muddy and brown. And that's not how we want our river to be. So to clearing up this river, we have to clear our mind and let go of the things which are not serving us, to become our true self, to become our happy, joyful self. I love this class. I love this lesson. While no particular form of approach is advocated, what is needful is a sense of importance of what you are doing. And this is also a very interesting sentence. There's no particular form of approach is advocated. So that's what I'm always saying. You can do Qigong, you can do yoga, you can just sit in meditation, you can do a walking meditation, you can go swimming. Whatever is necessary to calm your mind. It is not one approach is fitting everybody. This is not what this is. But you need to put some sense of importance into it. You need to say, this matters to me. We are now on day 44. We are determined, we are putting importance in that, and we are putting today importance on understanding that God is the light in which we see. It's a sense of importance of what you are doing. It's in inestimable value to you, and an awareness that you are attempting something very holy. Salvation is your happiest accomplishment. It is also the only one that has any meaning, because it's the only one that has any use to you at all. If resistance rises in any form, pause long enough to repeat today's idea, keeping your eyes closed unless you are aware of fear. So this is also very interesting. So you're closing your eyes and you're sinking into your meditation. You're sinking and you're letting everything relax down to the earth. You're connecting to earth. But if fear arises, means if anger arises, if discomfort arises, if guilt arises, if feelings of I am not good enough arises, then the course suggests, now open up your eyes, repeat your sentence, click out of this crazy train of thought, and then sink back in again. Let it go. Let the thoughts go which are not serving you. Can you see the connection? It's amazing. If you are doing the exercises correctly, you should experience some sense of relaxation and even a feeling that you are approaching, if not actually entering into the light. So when we are working with the central channel, what we are doing, we are putting on the central channel. And I have told you from the very beginning that it might be a line, it might be interrupted even, or it can be so wide that your entire body is actually standing inside that pillar of light. I have also been teaching you to think about the ball of protection, where you're standing in a protective ball and you're filling it up with light. But the Course in Miracle is telling you that you are, the light is within you, and that you will approach it, that you're going to have a sense of that you are entering into this light. So when you are seeing yourself in that light, then you are in the light of God. And then you have to, and I find it so, this is such an incredible aha moment for me when I first time understood it, that it's not incredibly complicated. It's not complicated to feel this presence of Source. It is just that our upbringing, our church has made it so incredibly complicated. They have put that God so far out of reach, out somewhere out of our reach, that we needed a church and priests and God knows what to actually reach that source. But that source is within us. We are the source. Our body cannot function without the source. Our body cannot function without Qi. And if you will, Qi in this particular context for me is like the Holy Spirit. The Qi is teaching me. This is the vital force. The vital force is teaching me what I need to know if I allow myself to listen. Because God is everywhere. God is not out there and I can only reach it in the church. God is also not only in my body. God is out there in this plant, in that plant behind me. God is in the animals. It's because it's life. Creation and darkness cannot coexist, but light and life must go together, being but different aspects of creation. Try to think of light formless and without limit. Light is formless and without limit. Light, as a matter of fact, is completely abstract, and every aspect of our reality is actually totally abstract. There is no body. The body is only in this human experience. But once we are done with this human experience, once this body is of no use, it dies, and the body and the mind separate, and the mind goes back into this ocean of God. I will put it like that. If you imagine that God is the sea and you're a droplet, so the moment the body and the droplet separate, that droplet goes back to the sea of God, to the sea of Qi. Life and light must go together, being but different aspects of creation. So Qi is life force energy. Qi is light. Every one of our cells has got light. Every single one of our cells can shine in darkness, and we can be made visible with the right equipment. We just cannot see it with our eyes. That means light is in everything. That means life is in everything. And Qi is in everything. And what we are doing here with Qigong, we are just taking an ancient wisdom, which is 5,000 years old, and a newly delivered wisdom through Helen Schuckman, and we are uniting it, and we are taking the best pieces out for us to understand life better and to understand ourselves better, and also to speed up this process, because the world needs us to shine. The world needs us to light up the world with our presence. Let's begin our Qigong class. First thing you do, you put your feet shoulder width apart, you sink your coccyx bone, you sink all your awareness into the floor, and you imagine that you're growing roots into the earth. You imagine that you have got a central pole coming in, central channel coming into the crown of your head, crossing all your body and coming out of the perineum. And you just relax into the pose. If you don't know anything about Qigong at all, I have recorded 2 introduction videos, which is going to help you understand how Qigong can help you, A Course in Miracles students. I have left the links in the description, or if you're on the PC or laptop or phone, there is probably a link up here. And then put a smile on your face. At the beginning of our exercise, we're going to start inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our mouth, sinking the breath into our lower dantian, into our belly. Let's do it again. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And inhale. Make the belly big, the shoulders are relaxed. And exhale. Let your awareness sink into your lower belly. Very good. And now to warm up, we're going to just start knocking on the door of life. This is a standard warm up. This is basically because it's heating up the spine, it's warming up the spine, and it's also making us aware of the center of our body. So you just start turning around, and as you're turning around your spine, your hands are going to start touching your body, and then you just allow them to fall on wherever place it falls. It's the perfect space. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale through the mouth. You can close your eyes when you're doing it, but when you're purifying, if you actually keep your eyes open and look on the floor, the purification process is more powerful. Very good. Then you relax and notice how your body feels. Today we are going to work with the central channel. We're going to connect to the 3 dantians and its essences. So it's very necessary that we open up the central channel and become aware of it. Now we're going to do spinal cord breathing. You open up, inhale, and then you exhale down. In and exhale. So you're opening here. And then when you exhale, you push the pelvis forward, and then you're rolling the back. You're basically trying to open, create space in the spine, in the back. Inhale and exhale. One more. In and exhale. Very good. And come back to center. Notice how your body feels. Very good. Open up your feet wider. Then imagine that you have got a ball here, and then you turn the ball, you turn your leg, and you push. You push to the side. You're kind of stretching that side body. Then you come back to the ball, and then you do it again. You push against. Imagine like you're opening a door. You exhale out. Then you come back again and do it again. You're pushing, opening a door. You're opening a door of the mind. Inhale back. Notice that you have got a ball between your hands. Then you turn it around and you push again to the other side, exhaling. And you notice this nice stretch, which you're basically getting from your feet all the way into your hand. And come back, inhaling, and again. Don't push yourself too hard. You can 75% of your ability is good enough. You just want to be, we are just stretching the body. We're just becoming aware of our body. And exhale, and we're calming our mind. We are purifying our thoughts. We are purifying our awareness. Inhale, and now let's slow down. So we exhale, we do it really slowly. In and exhale. Now when you come here to the center, you exhale down. Notice how you feel. You can put your feet closer together. Observe your body. Observe that you have activated your body. That is good. And now we're just going to shake out whatever residue there is of the things which maybe have loosened themselves. Tensions which have loosened, blockages which have loosened. So now we're just going to exhale them out into the earth. Your roots are growing really deep. They're growing towards the center of the earth. the awareness, why this body is even here, why this body is there. Why are we here? What is it that we need to accomplish? This awareness is returning back into you, understanding that your body is a tool. You're here because you need to fulfill your function, which is just becoming aware that you're the light. God is the light in which you see. It's just necessary for you to become aware. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, and do 3 more of those exhalations. Inhale through the nose, exhale. Inhale to the other side and exhale. And now just do it to the middle. Very good. Stand still. Notice how you feel. Very good. Connect to the earth. Notice the swirling sensation in your palms. The energy is going. This is your own life force energy. And remember, the Course is saying in this particular lesson, life and light are only 2 different aspects of the same creation. It means that what you're feeling in your hands is the light already. And then say, God is the light in which I see. Now connect to the earth. Remember, your hands can be like suction cups, and you are using the confidence of the earth to see the light in which you are already living. Collect the heavenly chi now, connect to the heavenly force, and we are bringing this awareness back into our body. God is the light in which I see. Let's connect again to the earth. This time we're going to do it with the breath. We're going to inhale up. Inhale. Then you can exhale because you just want to connect to the force. You connect to the force. You connect to God. You connect to the universe. And then inhale. And then say, God is the light in which I see. And exhale this awareness. Sink it into your entire body. Sink it into your entire awareness of self. Exhale it down. And what you do not need, give it away to the earth, through the roots, sharing it with whoever needs this awareness as well. Very good. Notice the sinking you're feeling. Remember to sink your coccyx bone. And again, inhale up. Collect the heavenly chi. And exhale down. Bring the awareness of God into your awareness. God is the light in which I see. Put a smile on your face and notice how you feel. Now this time we're going to bring the hands above our head, extending this awareness all the way around us and exhaling. So you inhale up, all the way above, very slowly. The breath is much larger now. And now exhale really slowly down. Become aware of that field of influence which is around you. Inhale up and exhale down. God is the light in which I see. So now you do 3 of them by yourself. You can close your eyes and just enjoy the movement. God is the light in which I see. And this is the last one. Exhaling down. Open up your eyes. Put your hand onto your belly. And become aware of the calmness and of the peace which is in you. And become aware of the light which is in you and which is around you. You rub your hands, become aware. And now you put your hands on your heart. You actually touch your body. You want to feel your hands. And now send this energy into your heart. Say, God is the light in which I see you, and it's connected to the heart. And fill your heart. Now lift your hands off your heart. You can close your eyes and then focus on your heart area and focus on the dantian, like a big ball, like a field where we are cultivating the unconditional love, the highest human potential, the equilibrium and harmony, and then just fill the heart with light. Inhale into the heart and exhale down. Anything which is disturbing, you just let it sink into the earth. And again, inhale, noticing that your heart is becoming more light. And exhale. And one more. Inhale into the heart and making it shine. And now say, exhaling, God is the light in which I see. Exhale. Just going to leave you a few moments to connect to this particular area. God is the light in which I see. Inhale. And now breathe down. Let it all sink down into the earth. Exhaling and relaxing. Notice what you feel around your heart. Notice the connection between your mind and your heart. And relax. Sink into this awareness. Now connect to your belly. Again, rub your hands, make them really warm. And now touch your belly button, and under the belly button, about 4 fingers below, the chi high point, the entrance to your lower dantian. You probably can feel the warmth of your hands expanding in your belly, becoming aware. Inhale and breathe all the way back into the kidneys. And exhale. One more, in. And exhale. And notice how the warmth and the light is building up in your lower dantian. And again, inhale. And then remember, light and life are different aspects of the same creation. Exhale. Chi is life force energy. Inhale. And exhale. And you have felt your chi. That means you have felt your life force. You have felt God. And now inhale and say to yourself, God is the light in which I see. Exhale. And then lift off your hand. You can keep them now in front of you and become aware of this energy field which is in this particular area. Notice the connection between your hands and the lower dantian. And then say again, God is the light in which I see. And then do 2 breaths just by yourself, becoming aware of that. Very good. Inhale and say, God is the light in which I see. Exhale down. And let the residue of this intelligence, what you don't need, let it sink into this earth. And then connect one more time to the earth chi. Open your eyes, look at your hands, which are connected to the earth. Remember that your hands can be like suction cups, and now you are lifting the confidence and trust of the earth above your head. And then you exhale down and you say, God is the light in which I see. And you bring this awareness into your whole being. Put a smile on your face and do that 2 more times, repeating the phrase. Inhaling up. Hold a moment here. Connect to the heavenly source. Look up and then say, God is the light in which I see, and bring this awareness into your body, into your mind, into your emotions. And now do one more all by yourself. Very good. You notice how powerful you are when you connect to your source? Well done. And now we're going to take this energy, we're going to lift it up, and we're going to put a protective shield all the way around us. Not a protective shield against other people, just a protective shield to remind us all during today that God is the light in which we see. Now this time lift up, come to one side, exhale down, and spread it all the way, the back and the front. Come back to the center. Exhaling down, anchoring your thought into your awareness. Very good. And come back to the center. Exhale down. Your hands on your belly, on your chi high point, on the point below your belly. Put your feet together. God is the light in which I see. I'm aware. Allow your body to move like a bamboo, adjusting itself to this new thought, new awareness. And now you just anchor all this. Close it, you go up on your right, go down on the left, and just spiral it all over, share it with your whole body. You can do it 12, you can do it with 12 circles when you don't have a lot of time. And then close it with 6 circles, close it all back, seal it back into your lower dantian. Push it in. Put a smile on your face. Thank you so much for participating. Let me know how this went for you. Let me know how you visualized your 3 dantians. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this with somebody who needs it. If you want more Qigong classes, there is a link here in my Qigong channel. And here is the playlist for the first 50 lessons. Have a wonderful day.